Nowadays, the model airplane world is moving at a very fast pace, with new model airplane brands seemingly popping up every few months, and that's great for us collectors. Of course, most of us also want to have a nice setup to display our models, like a small diorama or a full-scale model airport, and that's exactly where the new brand called Toga X Studio comes into play. So today I want to introduce you to a very exciting new brand and their first product in both 1:500 and 1:400 scale. In the end, I also have an exclusive look at some of Toga X's future projects. Before we look at their very first product, I just wanted to make it clear that this video isn't sponsored. I have worked together with Toga X on this video, but it's important to me that I give you my honest opinion on the products I review. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at what we got. And here we have this beautiful soundproof hangar in 1:400 scale. The design is based on a real-life hangar at the Zurich International Airport. The hangar is mainly used for engine tests and maintenance and was therefore designed to have a good airflow but still shield the surrounding area from the loud noise of the engines. It's definitely a very interesting design that looks very futuristic. The model captures the unique shape of the building nicely and will definitely look great on any model airport. The hangar from Toga X Studio is entirely 3D printed and therefore really light. I have to admit that I'm always a bit skeptical when it comes to 3D printed objects, as they tend to look cheap and unpolished. This hangar, however, surprised me, as you can barely tell that it was in fact printed. The lines from the print are barely visible and there aren't any loose pieces of filament anywhere to be seen. Especially the door elements of the hangar are impressive, as they're quite complex. The hangar building is split into 3 parts. You get the main building and the 2 doors as separate pieces. First, I thought that it was a bit strange that the doors weren't attached to the main building, but after doing a bit of research, I found out that this is actually accurate to the real-life hangar this product is based on. Just like the real hangar in Zurich, this model is big enough to service any aircraft up to the Boeing 747-8. Anything bigger like an A380 will not fit inside of it. There is both a 1:500 as well as a 1:400 version available currently, and they will cost you €49.99 for the 500 scale one and €59.99 for the 400 scale one respectively, which I think is fair for the quality of product we get here. Personally, I'm a huge fan of this hangar and I can honestly recommend it to every collector out there that either wants a cool diorama or already has a model airport. It would have been nice if the 2 doors were attached, despite it technically being accurate to real life. It's not a big deal, but still something that could be improved on. Other than that, I'm more than pleased with how the product looks. If you're interested, you can either buy the soundproof hangar directly over eBay or otherwise send Toga X Studio a DM over Instagram. The owner of Toga X Studio was kind enough to provide me with a discount code. You get €10 off when using the code SWISS400, which is almost a 20% discount. Just send an offer over eBay and mention the code SWISS400 and your offer will get accepted. When buying over Instagram, just include the code in your DM and you're all set. You'll find all the links you need down in the description. Now let me tell you a bit more about the brand behind this new product. Toga X Studio is currently a one-man band. The person behind it is a young German model airplane collector that always dreamed of building a model airport. With Toga X, he wants to make his childhood dream come true and also help out other collectors to build their own model airport. He is very passionate about this project and made it clear that his main goal is to provide a quality product to collectors for a good price. Over the past month, he has put in a lot of work on making this first Toga X product a reality, and he isn't resting on his laurels neither. He is still passionately working on improving the hangar, as well as designing some new and very interesting products for the brand. I won't spoil too much about the future products Toga X Studio is working on, but I can definitely give you a small glimpse of what is yet to come. Right now he's pushing hard to bring us some 3D printed ground plates to display our models on. There are already different prototypes with different markings on them. I think it's a very nice way to display your models on if you have limited space like I do. This is only the beginning though, and I can't tell you just how excited I am for what is coming next. Currently it's all still top secret and I'm not allowed to tell you about it quite yet. But if it all works out, Toga X will revolutionize the model airport industry. It's not just gonna be a new product, it's gonna completely change the way we think about building a model airport. I highly recommend you to follow Toga X Studio on Instagram or Facebook to stay updated. Once again, you'll find all the links to their socials in the video description. I think we all have a good reason to be excited, and I will of course keep you updated on everything around this new brand. Once again, I can highly recommend you this new hanger, both in 500 and 400 scale. It's a great addition to anyone's collection and will definitely be an eye-catcher. I'm also happy to see new brands pop up in this hobby, especially when the owner is passionate about this product. It usually turns out great. It's a lot of hard work making these kind of products, and I think we should all support these kind of new brands. So if you're interested in buying one of the hangers, don't forget to use code SWISS400 for 10 euros off. I also want to thank the kind person behind Toga X for helping make this video possible. If you have any questions, feel free to either write a comment or directly contact Toga X Studio over Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to Swiss400 for more interesting model airplane content. Why not watch one of these videos next? They're some of my best ones. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Goodbye, aviators!